President Donald Trump now says he would sign legislation to force the release of Jeffrey Epstein documents. If that bill makes it through Congress, that's a remarkable reversal, given how he's spoken about Epstein in the past. What's really going on, and why now? Here's our take. First, the political pivot. Trump's earlier dismissiveness of the Epstein files as a Democrat hoax is well documented, but now he's publicly backing a bill, the Epstein Files Transparency Act, that would require the Justice Department to release all unclassified files, communications, and investigative materials related to Epstein. The Washington Post. During his remarks, he was careful. Sure, I would let anybody look at it, but don't talk about it too much. Frankly, I don't want it to take away from what the Republicans have done. That last part is telling. He's framing the release as something he's okay with, but he doesn't want it to become a distraction from his and the GOP's political achievements. Second, strategic messaging and blame. Trump doubled down on partisan framing. It's really a Democrat problem. The Democrats were Epstein's friends. All of them. That's consistent with how he's positioned Epstein-related controversy, not as something he's hiding from, but something he argues is of the other side's making. By saying we have nothing to hide, he's trying to inoculate himself from accusations, while also projecting openness. But critics might say this is more about optics than substance. He could order the Department of Justice to release files himself, without waiting for Congress. Third, legislative reality and pressure. The bill has real momentum. It's backed by bipartisan co-sponsors, Republican Thomas Massie and Democrat Roe Canna, and has passed a discharge petition, meaning House lawmakers are being forced to vote. Some Republicans, including key committee chairs, are now publicly on board. For Epstein survivors and advocates, this could be a watershed moment. More transparency could reveal previously unknown connections, raise questions about other powerful people, and possibly shift public understanding. The Washington Post. But there's also skepticism. Will the documents be fully released or heavily redacted? Some might worry that politically sensitive names could be scrubbed or minimized. And politically, Trump gains something even if the release happens. He appears cooperative, but also shifts the narrative of blame back to Democrats. A wrap-up. So, to sum up, by saying he'd sign the bill, Trump is making a calculated move. He signals openness, but with tight control, warning Republicans not to make it a distraction, and casting Epstein as fundamentally a Democrat problem. Whether this leads to full transparency or a controlled release remains to be seen, but one thing is clear. This is no longer a fringe issue. It's a legislative fight with real momentum.
And you find this information helpful, please do not forget to subscribe to this channel and turn on your notification button.